The doors are closing. Please keep clear and hold on for departure to all sea gates.
There's the missing one passenger moving to Las Vegas, Southwest flight 1987.
Small forward tried to break through with yourself at this time. Maybe it's going off into the plate. Tell us something.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling.
Alright, got the truck, time to go home.
Have my name, they telling me to head your way.
So
Down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong when I'd already found my home.
If you know, you know. Hi, can I have 2 bun tacos with no tomatoes and small fries?
Okay.
That's it. Alright, thank you. So if you haven't put it together, I flew to California last night.
Hello, sir. Excuse me. You speak English?
Yes.
I apologize, sir. My name is Ahmed. I'm from
Hi.
Dubai. Sir, I'm traveling from the Dallas. I have 2 kids in the car. My wife from Brisbane and from Brisbane. I need help in my little gas, please.
I'm sorry. I have a 1,000-mile drive. From Dubai, asking for gas money, begging in California. So, as I was saying, I flew to California last night to buy a 2019 Crewmax Tundra off of my brother-in-law. So after doing all the work on my Tundra, kind of changing everything out, getting rid of all the rust, everything like that, I still always had issues with the double cab. Nico and Nova are big. I want to do a seat to lead in the back, and I would have loved to do a Crewmax, but never made sense to buy a local Colorado truck. So when a rust-free California Crewmax Tundra in Cavalry Blue comes available for a good price, I decided to jump on it. So I flew Friday night, and now it's Saturday. I'm a couple hours into the drive in Barstow, and I decided to do a vlog just picking it up and heading home. So the goal is to get to Richfield, Utah tonight. It's like a 8-hour drive or something like that. I packed in my suitcase a sleeping bag and a pillow, and I'm going to just do a little cowboy camping, sleep in the bed of the truck, or just sleep along rest stops on the way. I don't know yet, but kind of planning for everything. There's a heat wave in California, so it's hot. It's actually cooler here than Corona. Corona was about 104, and now it's 94 degrees up here in Barstow at, what time is it? At just before noon. So I still have another 7 or so hours of driving today. So I'm gonna eat this real quick and get on the road.
Merge onto I-15 North toward Las Vegas.
Who's this guy? Long travel forerunner, yes please. Back on the road, next stop is Primm. So I woke up around 4, finally got up actually at 4:45 this morning. Ended up driving down to my parents' house. I needed to pick up some things and then check the fluids, make sure everything was good. So everything was topped off, air filter was good. It's amazing how smooth a stock truck drives. It's quiet too. But I got about 115 miles to Primm, but let's see how the drive goes. What are the odds that stays in?
Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
That was crazy. crazy. It was about 108 before I went into that storm, and I saw it drop down to 59 degrees, so almost a 50-degree drop in temperature for that. Figured I'd pull into Terrible's and Jean, get some gas, stretch the legs, get some snacks. It's a big one. Got through St. George, Utah. Got about 150 miles to Richfield, where I was planning to camp. Problem is, I was looking at Onyx, and it showed nearby there was a current wildfire. So I don't know if that's going to change my plans. I'm going to still try to make it up to that area, and whether I have to keep driving or stop short. Basically, once I get onto I-70 from that point on, I'm going to look to see if there's somewhere I can stop that makes sense. I didn't want to drive too far into the night and then try to find somewhere just because this truck has stock tires and stuff like that. I don't want to get kind of stuck out, but if there's just a easy trail somewhere, I'll hop off and find that. Slowly getting out of the heat. I think it should start cooling down now. It's still at 102. Pretty much been anywhere from 106 to 110 for the whole drive. Yeah, so we're going to just play it by ear and just kind of see where it makes sense to stop. Well, I decided to push it a little further. Not too sure where or how I'm going to sleep tonight, but I'll find a spot. Alright, so I'm 280 miles from Grand Junction. Might just try to push it to there. I don't quite know. But sun's getting real low, and I'm gonna run out of light to film more. So when I do stop, I will update you guys what I'm doing. So 13 hours of driving today total. Yeah, I got a room. So made it to Grand Junction. So I will see you in the morning. And that Prius gas mileage. Look at that. Last night I got into Grand Junction around 11:30, somewhere in there, just before 11:30. Well, I was up at 4 a.m. that day, just kind of running around things. That's where I ran down and checked fluids, made sure everything was good, visit some family, and head out. And I drove for about 13 hours. It was about 820 miles yesterday. So today I have about 280 more to get home, and it should be about like 4.5 hours. But I might make some mountain stops though. Just driving through, might as well stop. Got my coffee, now back on the road. Yeah, after that drive yesterday, a shower and a bed was much needed. So I wanted to push through so that way I could kind of do the Colorado portion just early this morning. Yeah, so I was in bed by 12:30, and up again and out the door just before 7. So should be a shorter day today, thankfully. So I was originally going to stop at Richfield last night. So when I drove by at 8 o'clock last night, it was still in the 80s. So I'm kind of glad I just went with the room route. Looking at everything, it was going to be hot kind of into the night. Almost everywhere I was looking. So I wouldn't have slept very good. Yeah, yesterday was a hot one. So I think it's today in Colorado, it's supposed to be just fine. The sun. Yeah, pretty much until the sun started setting and I got into like Beaver area, it was pretty much over 100 the entire drive. So glad to be out of that mess. Alright, so figured I'd do a little walk around with the Tundra. So 2019 Crewmax, I just rolled 60,000 miles on it. My 2008 Tundra has 190, somewhere around there, 185, 190. And you've seen the rust issues I've had on that thing. This was unexpected. I was not planning this. My brother-in-law was going to get rid of it, and I started asking questions about it. And figured, well, if I'm going to upgrade and do something more for a long-term solution, this thing's much more reliable. Even though I've gone through my 2008 Tundra, it still is a worry. Also, no rust, which is nice. Pretty much any truck you buy in Colorado will be covered in rust. And my big worry was on the double cab. If I built it out, brought the dogs, I wouldn't have enough room. So now I can do a seat delete on a Crewmax, and I know they have plenty of room. So that's kind of some of the plan. I'm going to swap things like the sliders, skid plates from the Tundra. Not too sure. I know I'm going to put the Total Chaos upper control arms on it. That'll give me an opportunity to rebuild them. Not too sure what I want to do with shocks, wheels, and tires. If I'm going to keep those on the 2008 and sell it, or put them on here, put some basic lift on the other Tundra and sell it. Either way, the white Tundra, if I haven't mentioned, is getting sold. So it does run great. This just runs better. That's kind of the plan. I am going to dechrome it, plus the hood bulge. I think the previous owner to my brother-in-law had a different grill, broke some clips putting those on, so it keeps popping off. But I want to do a color match surround, which I was just reading up on the sensors that these things have now. So the emblem itself has a sensor behind it, as well as the windshield, which has a crack and I need to replace. Ironically, that's what started the whole conversation of me buying it, was, do I replace the windshield before trading it in? So now I bought it. They're still not cheap though, because the sensor. Yeah, all right, time to get it home and start projects on it.